Alright, guys, so we're here doing another review on a movie I've never seen before. Just watched it recently. We're going to be talking about Eragon. Now, I know there was books. I remember when the movie came out. I never got around to watching it. Never got around to watching it. So you guys can watch this right now on Disney Plus, YouTube TV, Prime, etc. So this was actually a interesting film. So we have the main character, Aragon, who is a young farm boy. He doesn't have a lot going on in his life, and there's a tyrant king by the name of Galbatrox, who's played by John Malkovich, and his next, I would say, guy in line, played by Robert Collery, Durza. Now, again, he's a sorcerer, and he's very powerful. And Aragon, he lives with his uncle and his cousin. They're always training, but then his cousin's like, "Hey, I gotta go because if I stay longer, the king's army are gonna try to recruit me." And from what we know from the beginning of the movie, there was dragon riders. The king was one. He betrayed them all, and there was a civil war, and now there's barely any. Well, this unknown princess transports this egg. Arya, she transports this egg before getting captured into the middle of the woods where Aragon finds it, and it's a dragon egg. And he does what he can. It hatches, and it's very young, and he tries to get the dragon to fly, and then all of a sudden, it goes through the sky and just becomes older. And the dragon comes back, and her name is Saphira, played by, of course, Rachel Wez. Now, again, she did a great job with this role too. And the way this works is they're able to talk telepathically. They have a connection. He's able to have powers through Saphira, and he doesn't understand him, but he meets an unknown warrior by the name of Brahm, who's played by Jeremy Irons, which we later find out he was a former dragon rider, and he was there when everything went down in the story, and he slowly starts trying to teach him of everything that occurred. And when this happens, Aragon's he's very naive. He's very wanting to prove something, and he tries learning everything Brahm has to teach him, from magic to how to handle a sword, about dragons, and even Saphira is trying to teach him as well, saying that we're one, and if the rider dies, they both die, but if a dragon dies, the rider is pretty much now useless. He's just an unknown warrior, which is what we find out about Brahm, is that he was a unknown warrior that lost his dragon. He got revenge for his dragon, and he tries to teach Eragon everything he knows by trying to get him to the Varden, who are local resistance, to be able to go up against the king's armies. Now, they are waiting on Eragon for the new Dragon Rider to appear and be the savior for them, but Eragon now gets visions from Durox, where he uses to manipulate him to save Arya. Now, again, he goes to the castle, he tries to save her, but before he almost loses his life, Brahm takes the hit, and Brahm sacrifices himself for him and tells him to take care of Saphira, and then also be able to get to Varden. And with the help of Arya and then another ally, we're able to see him be able to make it to the Varden, but at the same time, the king's troops and everything are not that far behind him, and they have no choice but to fight. Now, again, he goes through, he's able to train a little bit more, and he finally is able to fight against Durox and be able to defeat him, and he even is able to use his power of healing to be able to save Safari as well. Which, again, it does get very emotional, and anyone that has not seen this very much, or even does not know anything about this franchise, the closest way I could explain to someone new to this franchise, because again, this is a book series, I did know that. Like I said, I never watched the movie until now. I enjoyed myself. I really did. I really enjoyed myself. I was really hoping there would be another movie, so that way I could watch it. I may just have to read the books and be able to enjoy it that way for the story. But I was eager to know more about this story. I was very eager to learn more about this world, because it was kind of a mix. I would say if you mixed I Am Number Four with How to Train Your Dragon and Scorpion King, that's the way I took it. I would say again, if you like dragons, you like medieval times, you like action, adventure, good storytelling, I think you'll enjoy this movie. For anyone that has not seen it, now again, there's one's probably gonna be like, dude, you never heard of it, you never watched it. Again, I never thought it would be this good of a film. In all honesty, I never thought it'd be this good of a film. So I really missed out because this came out in '06. So again, it's an older movie. Um, if they ever do try to reboot it, I'll be very surprised. The CGI back then was not that bad. I'll give it that. It wasn't that bad. Wasn't impressive. Mm, debatable. I would say debatable on what your opinion of it was, but I enjoyed this film. I was invested. I was invested in the lore. I was invested in the story, the characters. They kept to the story very well, from what I know, and the character. Because again, Aragon went from this brash, naive farm kid to being a local legend, and it was kind of like, I wonder how much they got inspiration from like the whole Luke Skywalker thing, because that's pretty much how I took this. Was he was pretty much like Aragon was like Luke. He was a very brash, naive young man, and he, meets this unknown, wise, older warrior, like Braun, like AKA Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he realizes he has so much talent, but he does not know how to seize that talent, how to use his talent. And between Safaria and Eragon and learning about each other, because again, she's going to grow more powerful just like him. So I suggest this movie for everyone. I truly enjoyed it. I think that there should have been a second one. I don't think there was a second one to my knowledge. But if you guys have not seen this film, go check it out. I mean, again, I don't think this movie was bad. I mean, I've heard rumors that, oh, it was horrible, oh, it was this, oh, it was that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I do think that I am going to be trying the books at some point. If you guys can give me just a little bit more information about the story, I'd appreciate it. And what was better? Was the movie as good as the book, or was the movie better? Or was the book better? Because sometimes that happens. We've seen it happen. I'm surprised they haven't tried making this into a series yet, like on Prime or Paramount or something. Because I think it'd be good on that. Just depends on who they get for actors. But overall, that's just my opinion of the movie. What do you guys think about it? Let me know about it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you as always on the next one.